Welcome to Matt's Garage, everybody, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's the end of 2017, and just before the holiday season kicked off, I headed down to Dallas, Texas, and Fort Worth, and happened to meet up with a couple of subscribers here, Ryan and Darren, and these are their two Broncos. I'm going to give you a sort of a detailed tour of these. Then we're going to head back to the hotel and talk to Brian, who actually picked me up, drove me down to Fort Worth to meet with these guys, and drove me back to my hotel. Super nice guy. I've been working with him for a couple months, helping him with his Bronco. And I'll flash up shots of his Bronco in its current condition and tell you the backstory behind that. So enjoy. Really love Texas, guys. And again, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Darren, tell me about your Bronco.
We're looking at the 1971 family-owned 302 Bronco. Stock drivetrain with shifters moved to the floor, 3-speed, and 2.5-inch lift, winch, and we got our stock carburetor.
Thanks, Darren. Thanks for meeting me with your 71 Bronco here. Now, this is a family car.
It is. It is. It's a little bit of a trip through the family, but the original owner, I'm the third owner. My brother-in-law's wife, it was her brother's, and he bought it from his uncle. So. All right. So you have a history to it, and you said it was restored recently? 5 years ago, we had a frame-off restoration on it. I just got it this year, but
congratulations!
Luckily, it fell in my lap, and it's in pretty good shape.
It does, and it's a beautiful rig. I think it's going to be a good ride for you. So, thanks for sharing your story, and thanks for letting us come shoot your Bronco.
Absolutely.
Ryan, tell me about your Bronco.
So I've got a 1977 Ford Bronco purchased from my father-in-law about 2.5 years ago. It's got a rebuilt 302 with the 3 on the tree. I replaced the wiring harness with a Painless 28 circuit. Took the carb off recently and replaced it with a FiTech with a locked out MSD distributor. Just installed power steering and Bilstein shocks, and I have a RetroSound stereo with marine grade speakers.
Ryan, thanks for reaching out to me, man, setting this up. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate it. Nice to meet you. So tell me the history about this again. You got this through the family also?
Yeah, I did. Got it from my father-in-law. He had it for about 10 years.
All right.
And had grand plans, and then life got in the way.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there, and we'd always talked about just, hey, would you sell it? Would you sell it? And finally agreed to it, and so I bought it about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And started ripping the guts out.
Nice. And that you're saying that FiTech was one of your favorite upgrades, like made a drivability difference?
Yeah, FiTech made a big difference. I mean, it was noticeable right off the bat.
Let's go off-road.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh yeah, cherry bombs. Here's Brian coming down in his LR4. We're just scouting this little hill in Ryan's neighborhood. It's got the automatic hill descent. No power brakes. All right, Ryan, Darren, Brian.
Yes, sir.
These are my LoneStar Bronco subscribers. Appreciate the time, guys. It was great. This is the great thing about the Bronco community. Everyone's so cool. Everyone's so giving. Ryan's wife Ashley made a fantastic breakfast for me. Oh, delicious. So thank you guys. Enjoy your Broncos and keep watching. Later. Absolutely, I'll work that in. So after leaving Ryan and Darren, Brian took me back up to Frisco. We sat around, talked Broncos, and shot this last scene talking about Brian's rig. All right, Brian, hey, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, man.
Tell them the story about how you got your Bronco, how long it take you to...
Well, start to finish, when I first contacted the distiller till I had it was probably about 60 days. Finally, after 30 days of back and forth, made a transaction, She got her money, I got the title, and then another 30 days to get shipped from Virginia to where I was in Kansas at the
That's
time.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
And that's when Brian emailed me, you know, she's all mine.
Yeah.
And you're having rough start problems. He gave me a call. He never worked on a Holley before. I suspect it was the accelerator pump. He rebuilt the Holley himself just for the first time, right? Ever touching a carb?
Ever.
Threw the accelerator pump on there and it fired up.
And ever since, turn the key a couple seconds, pump it twice, fire it up.
So he couldn't leave well enough alone. Started noticing some sounds, started taking it apart, and that's when you started finding the rot, right?
Yeah, it was. I was driving around up in Kansas for a couple months. You know, took it to the lake, took it camping. Every once in a while, we'd hit a little funny bump, and I would just hear this massive jump. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. And there was so much rot underneath. There was nothing to even weld new brackets
Welcome
to.
to the club, yeah.
And so digging in.
So he's deep into it right now. You know, I'm gonna float some pictures of the Bronco. You know, of when he bought it, it looked like a perfect grandma mobile, like untouched.
Yeah.
And now, you know, you'll see the rusty pictures. But you know, thanks for joining the team. He's learned all the mechanics just diving into this Bronco, like so many of us have. So when you're all done, we'll come back and do this again.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Well, once I get it drive it, maybe we'll back. You know, it's just all. It's not in pieces as much as yours, but it's pretty close.
And Brian here is a fellow vet. He's actually active duty, so thanks for your service and appreciate the time.
Yeah.
And see you next time on Matt's Garage.